Peace. What's good? This is your brother C Knowledge, aka Doodlebug from the world famous Diggable Planets.
Hey yo, this your man CHJ of Duck City. This your man in the cut of Duck City.
Hey yo, this is Ed Dav.
Yo, what up, what up? It's your boy Hells, yeah.
Rockin' Yellow in the building, now we turned up.
Yeah, it's your boy Neff Dallas, and I'm rocking with the Mixtape Show.
To the Mixtape Show.
Mixtape Show. Mixtape Show.
The Mixtape Show.
The Mixtape Show.
My main man's DJ Kawan.
DJ Kawan.
DJ Kawan.
With DJ Kawan, blessing him like the Holy Quran.
Fire Rock Zone, Kawan J.
Let's go!
All right. Welcome back to the Mixtape Show. It is time for the Artist of the Week interview. And this week's Artist of the Week interview is brought to you by MJ's Hip Hop Connects and Art by Guilty Da Vinci. And on the other line, calling from the Dallas-Fort Worth area. So, fellow Dallas person in the building, Ms. J Bang in the building. What's going on, ma'am? How are you?
I'm good. Hey, everybody.
Hey. How you doing? So, J Bang, you got this new single that we've been banging here in the show. And I was telling you off air that we actually had a copy of the single before this interview got set up, so it worked out perfect, called Do You. And we'll get into that here in just a minute, but real quick, for the listeners out there who may or may not be familiar with your work, who's J Bang? Who, born and raised, who'd you look up to before you got into the music scene, and just, things like that, so we can get a base of who you are.
Well, I actually started, the artist that influenced me basically is Missy Elliott, Lauryn Hill, when it comes to like rapping. I do like Shauna a lot. I was young when Shauna came out, so yeah, she influences me too. And Toni Braxton, Monica, Brandy, all of them. So because I also write R&B tracks too, and I do both. So
it's a double threat there.
Oh yeah.
And are you born and raised in Dallas, or are you a transplant like me?
I was born in Houston but raised in Dallas, and now I'm living in Fort Worth.
Okay. I hear. For those who not in this area, Fort Worth is about 45 minutes to an hour in Dallas, depending on where you stay at. So it's not too far. You're a stone's throw away. And and how long have you been professionally recording?
For the last 4 years.
Okay.
Recording. Because I started off just writing. I had like a book full of songs, and I ran across a producer. I don't know if you know him. His Goldfinger. Have you ever heard of him? Okay. Yeah. So I ran across Goldfinger, and I like sung for him, and he was like, "You wrote that?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "You need to record your songs," So I got to studio with him and play some. That was the first one I ever recorded.
Okay. All right. You wouldn't happen to remember any of those lyrics from that song?
You mean the song I recorded with him? I remember it, but I don't want to. I haven't released it. I haven't.
Okay. So it could still be in the bag. It may come out soon. Yeah. So no, we don't want to mess that up. No. That way, if you get that copyrighted and everything. Okay. So your influence was, good influences, good baseline of people that you studied, and so what is it about the industry, and what is it that was in you that said, I'm gonna go ahead and do this. I want to invest in myself, and I want to create music and put it out there.
It's like, okay, I started off writing when I was I made up my first song when I was 10, right? I remember being in the bathroom just humming and started adding lyrics to it. I'm like, but I didn't realize it was a talent at that time, So, so I don't know. I just basically, when I got older and I realized, I'm like, hold on, this is a talent. It has to be a talent because I just started making up stuff out of nowhere, And I was like, let me just tap into it. You know how, as a human, you try to find your purpose, right? I remember praying okay, Lord, what am I supposed to be doing? What do I enjoy doing? And, so it just basically, he kind of led me to music, okay, that's what you need to be doing because, you're good at it and you need to pursue it. So that's when I just followed that feeling and started, recording and stuff and putting out music.
When you first got into that booth and recording, did it feel natural to you, or was it did it have to get coached out of you?
Of course, when it's your first time recording on a track, you have to get coached. Yeah, because I remember they put the metronome on, and I was like, it was like this little tap in my ear, and I'm like, what in the hell is that? I was like, I'm not used to this. I think I'm supposed to hear a beat and just, go with the beat. But yeah, that was thrown off. So I had to learn, engineers, they taught me. So yeah.
Always a student of the game, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So let's fast forward to right now. You got this single that you got out here. That's it's a dope record. Do You? Tell the listeners, Do You? What's the message in that song? Before we play it.
The message for Do You is basically saying that you've been doing you're out here doing whatever, you're in a relationship but you're cheating and you're lying, so how about you just do you and I'm gonna do me. Mm-hmm. Basically that's what she's telling him in the song.
And then there's a nice, like you said, I know you do you're a lyricist too as far as rapping and everything like that, and the breakdown with that tempo and that flow, it kind of got a little Trina feel to it. Is that something that you were trying to channel when you did that, or is that
No, and it's crazy because you're not the only one that said that.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard that from like maybe 2 or 3 other people,
mm-hmm.
But I was like, Trina's she did her thing too, but I was like, I didn't really feel like I was in her lane because she's more so like on that freaky side, mm-hmm. right? Mm-hmm. The type of music that she put out, and I'm right a little different than that, So I couldn't see it, but that's what. But maybe I was like, maybe they're talking about the texture of my voice.
Sure. To me, it was more the cadence of how you were delivering that part of the track.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what? So as far as like I said, you've been doing this for about 4 years, really going at it. What's some of the things that you've learned through the process so far that you maybe was like, wow, I would have never thought this would get me at this point?
Well, the business side behind it, not releasing music before, making sure the business side is, right.
Mm-hmm.
So learning that, I hang around a lot of old heads. And so
mm-hmm.
they've been in the music, so they taught me a lot, so
the business
it's a lot behind it,
it is
background.
It is, yes. And say that again, because the business is the part that kills a lot of people's careers because they don't take care of the business end of it, mm-hmm. and like you were saying earlier, I'm not going to sing that because that's not a release single. So I'm not, I'm not going to put that, I'm not going to put that idea out there because I don't, it's, the business stuff, like getting it copyrighted and all of that.
Exactly.
Yeah, man. So when you were initially, just recording the music, did you have that kind of learning experience as far as the business side of it that made you take a step back from it? Like, wow, okay.
I didn't take a step back, but I was just like, wow, can I do that by myself? And then I started reading on stuff, people would tell me, okay, you need to do this first, you need to do this. And then I started researching.
Mm-hmm.
So, it wasn't really like, it didn't stop me from doing anything. It just kind of, basically I was just learning like a little sponge, soaking
mm-hmm.
everything in,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And still learning, right?
Yeah, still learning.
So what's one of your favorite things as far as the process of creating music? What do you enjoy about it most?
The most. Just I guess the writing part, just basically coming up with different lines, and when I write, I'm like, oh wow, that's dope.
Mm-hmm.
just the creation part, like the rough draft,
mm-hmm.
you put down first, and then you come later, and then mix it all together, and like this adding different stuff to the recipe, and then at the end, once you see your product or your vision come to life, that's a wonderful feeling.
Yeah. It comes from that skeleton or that idea that you initially have, and it just blossoms, right?
Exactly.
So
like even with Do You.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'll follow up. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, like, even with Do You, I initially wrote the tracks for a male, right? And then, but he didn't want to do the paperwork. I think he just wanted to throw the song on his mixtape or something. And I was like, I'm like, I need this paperwork done because if that song blow up, I want my money,
Exactly.
So, and he basically was, beating around the bush. I said, okay, well, I'm not sending you my song, know? So, and then I just ended up, I didn't want to not do anything with the song. So I said, okay, I'm just going to flip it and put it as a female point of view, and then put it out. So that's what I did.
Nice, nice, nice,
Yeah.
nice. So as far as with the single, is this going to be a part of a bigger body of work, an EP or an LP that's going to be released soon?
Yes, I want to release an album first quarter,
Okay.
which is around February maybe. So I'm pushing for that.
Okay.
So,
You got a title for it yet?
I do, but I don't want to put it out there because I don't want anybody to steal my idea. so right before it drop, I'll let y'all know.
I hear you. Okay. So what about J Bang? What about a live show? What does a live show look like for you when you're out there performing? What kind of energy do you bring to the stage?
You said what kind of what do I do?
Energy do you bring to the stage when you're doing your live shows? What does a J Bang live show look like?
Actually, I just started doing shows,
Mm-hmm.
and it's basically fun. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have fun. You're just gonna have fun. That's all.
Yeah.
You're gonna have some fun. You're gonna, turn up like my last show that I did. It was, I had people like kind of walking up to the stage area, and they was feeling it, So
Mm-hmm.
and they got at me afterwards. They're like, "You did very well. You dope." So, but I'm still learning when it comes to like the live performances.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when you're new on
Mm-hmm.
stage. Yeah, that's something that I'm still learning. I'm getting pointers from different performers, and okay, what to do, what not to do.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Nice. That's dope because, like I said, it's always something new to learn. And
Mm-hmm.
as far as you performing live, is it you kind of getting out of your comfort zone, or do you feel comfortable up there just yet?
It was me trying to get out of my comfort zone and trying to break that shell.
Uh-huh.
Because I was like, I remember when I was on stage, I was like, oh my God, this is really happening. So I was like, hold on. I was like, because it's different when you're like just recording in the booth and
Uh-huh.
you bring your ideas together in your song. But then
Yeah.
when you're in front of it, like in front of other people, and you're performing your song, you're like, okay, they're going to like me, but that's normal. It's,
Mhm.
You're human. So you want them to like your song. You want them to like you. So, I did have butterflies in the beginning, but I know, like I said, it's something that I just have to do more and more, and I'll get more comfortable as I go. So,
Yeah. You got to get over that fishbowl feel, right? Like, why is everybody staring at me?
Yeah. So I was like, okay.
So let me ask you this: with since you crafting your stage show and everything, do you think you're going to take that into your recording? Like when you record certain songs, you'll now have in your back of your mind, like, okay, this is the type of song I want to do live, so I want this kind of feel to it. Do you think it's going to help that part of your process now?
No, I don't really think it makes a difference.
Okay.
Like when I record, I just basically try to bring feel to it and let it. But I want my listeners to feel something from all of my projects. So regardless if I'm performing it or just even listening to it alone, the way I'm saying certain stuff, when I'm saying, I just want them to feel it. And, because to me, music is magic. It's about feeling,
Yeah.
A lot of music that's being put out right now, they don't have any feeling to it. It's just, it's just beats,
Yeah. No,
basically. A lot of people are just listening to the beats because nobody's saying nothing, So, yeah.
It's a lot of empty calorie music out there right now.
Exactly.
All right. Well, if for producers or any artists out there who may be listening and watching this, if they're interested in working with you, what's the best way we can get a hold of you as far as social media, and that type of information?
My IG is MSJAYBANG. So Miss J Bang. And on Facebook, you can find me under J Bang, JAY space BANG, or The Real J Bang, THE J Bang. Yeah, and my email for any bookings, you can reach me at jbangbangermusic at gmail.com. I'm sorry, I got a few emails. So I had to think about that.
I hear you. Same here. I'm like, I got the DJ one. I got the real person one. I got the
you got to think, okay, is that the right one? Yeah. So, it's jbangbangermusic at gmail.com.
All right. And I always ask everybody this question too. At the end of the day, if they're writing that book, as far as since I don't want to say Dallas, but let's just say they're writing a book about just the music industry, and they give you your chapter. What would you want your chapter to say about you? What would you want your legacy to be?
My legacy, I just want it to be she put out some real stuff. She said some real stuff. She touched me. She helped me through such and such at this time.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I just want to be considered a dope songwriter and artist. When it comes to my lyrics,
Mm-hmm.
a lyricist, basically.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And do you feel like the way the industry is now, do you feel like that it's tougher for you as a woman being in the industry? Or do you think it's getting a little bit easier now just because the industry is always going to be the industry, but with it being a little bit easier now to kind of create your own lane and all of that, do you feel like it's been a tough run for you at some points?
Yes. I think when it comes to nowadays for female artists, it's harder, I think, than it was before all the social media, because I remember like back then it used to be so many female artists out at the same time, and they were all had their own lanes. They all was doing their own things, and they still had supporters, But it's like nowadays with the social media, it's like it's only one coming out at a time, and then it's like if people are biased towards females, they're like, okay, we're only going to support this person, and and these other female artists are out, but they're not being supported because they just jumping on one person. Like I said back then, everybody, a lot of females were doing their thing at the same time, and people were embracing all of them. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna say like Missy, like Little Kim, like the ladies night track where they got on, they collabed, and so everybody was doing their thing. Yeah, and they came together. So, and I think it's kind of hard nowadays because everybody's biased when it comes to
it's kind of like they created a thing where it's like we can't, because even with the commercial stuff, it's kind of like it's always got to be somebody versus somebody. It can't be, it has to be Cardi B versus so and so. It can't just be like Cardi B and Little Kim and Nicki Minaj and so and so. It's always got to be a either or kind of situation.
Exactly. Like let's listen to all of them. Like
exactly.
Like this person might have like a little club. And if you feel like listening to the club, listen to that person. If you want something real, listen to this person. So it's just crazy. So
that's why I'm a real fan of Rhapsody's latest album that she just released, because she's celebrating women and Black women on her project. And
who?
Rhapsody.
Rhapsody, okay.
Rhapsody. She has an album called Eve, and all her song titles is a dedication to women. And Black strong women, and that's all she speaks about is positivity, as far as women and all that. So she's more inclusive. So check it out if you get a chance. It's a dope album. Dope. Well, J Bang, we appreciate you joining us here in the Mixtape Show. Like I said, we already been playing your music, so it's not. I don't feel like it's like new, like you're somebody new to us, because we've been playing the music and getting good feedback on it. So we definitely, keep putting out that good music, keep doing your thing, and whenever you have new material, just come on back on the show and let's break it for you, and let's do what we can do.
Okay. Yes. I appreciate y'all for real.
No problem. Anybody want to shout out before we get out of here?
I just want to, say thank you to all my fans, everyone that supported me and following me, and because it's a journey. So I just appreciate everybody that's pushing me and in my DM telling me to keep going, and how I've helped you in some kind of way. So,
there you go.
I do it for y'all.
There you go. Keep doing that, and keep your head down in the business stuff, and just keep moving, right?
Yes.
All right. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, J Bang joining us here in the Mixtape Show, Artist of the Week interview. We're going to play that song here in just a minute that she just dropped, that Do You. So we appreciate you for your time, ma'am, for tonight. And come on back whenever you got new material. We'll definitely leave the door open for you. All right.
I will. I'm probably going to drop something in January, so look out.
Right. We'll hold you to that. We'll be waiting. We'll be waiting for that.
Okay.
All right. We'll be right back, please.